Okay, here we are. Today I'm going to mock interview for myself and I'm going to set 50 minutes. And then the problem I'm going to do today all will be only recursive ones. And then I want to see how good, how many questions was I going to solve today. So let's set around with 50 minutes. So this is going to be long a video and also maybe I stuck or I just want to try to see myself if I can solve problem by when I cannot do. Okay, so let's go ahead to do it. So let me share my screen. I think I already share it. Okay, that one. Okay, here we are. So let me set alarm with 50 seconds and then I'm going to solve problem on CSX, and then set alarm for 50 minutes. Okay, let's get started. Okay, current repeater. The problem says write a function that takes an input character and returns that character repeated 5 times using recursion. For example, if input is G, then the output should be G with repeat 5 times. So we're seeing here input. Let me just jump to input will be string. And then our output will be string also with repeat 5 times. And then we create a function repeater and accept one parameter with the name label of char. So we know that we work with the recursion. So we need to have our base case and recursive case. Okay, so first I'm going to check if character has because we want to repeat 5 times. So I'm going to check if char string and length equals strictly to 5, then this one we're going to return char. And then our base case is the main important one. So because we want to invoke the function itself, invoking func, repeater func, and passing char at first index. And we're going to repeat index 5 times. So I'm gonna add char each time, the input char input. With the second one, I'm gonna pass index increment by 1. So what I say here, I have the index. So first of all, I need to do decay index. I just name it I, and then I'm starting to 0. So just go ahead to code now. First, I'm going to check if char at dot length strictly equal to 5. That one, if already 5, we're going to return character. Okay, so with our recursive one, we're gonna invoke by just return repeater func, and then we pass in char at first index, and then each time we're gonna add character or original, which is gonna be at first when we input only G, right? And then we increment I by 1. Okay, I pass 1 only because not need to include. So each time one function call is just increment I by 1. So let's go ahead to run to see code now. Okay, that's good. So second, let me move it here, make it done. Okay, so we don't want to do this one and not do that one. Okay, 1 second. Okay, here we are, the second problem. Okay, the problem factorials. Okay, okay, write a function that return that factorial of number. Example factorial 4 will be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Each time will decrement I by 1. So the coding of factorial 4 should return 24. So what we're seeing here, our output, okay, input and output, just place it here. And we already have the functions number. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna declare the product. We set it to 0. This one we're gonna keep track of each time when the function runs. So the result keep track. And then we know that we have base case. If you work with recursion one and recursive case, right? Okay. So what we're going to do with the base case, let me work this out with the problem. How to do with the problem? Okay. So we have 4. Okay, let's say if we have 0, this one should return 1. Okay, so I go into change the product because we know that our factorial gonna multiple times, so we cannot multiple with 0. So we're going to change to start from 1, right? Okay, so let's say if we have 0, it should return 1. Or if we have 1, we just return 1, right? And then if we have 2, what I'm gonna check 2 times 2, right? 2 times 2 should be 4. Okay. So what I see when I do create out my test case here, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna check if num is less than or equal to 1, then we return product. Okay, that return product because return 1. And then each time, what's it gonna do? I'm gonna invoking factorial functions and pass in update the number. So what I'm gonna update is gonna be numbers. And okay, so we pass in number and time with numbers, and each time number should be -1. No, let me take it here. So I'm gonna pass in number or whole original 1, which is passing, but each time I'm gonna do is here number and then product time num. So each time product choose increment. Okay, what I think what we're gonna do here, I choose -1 from the number original. So number each time we decrement 1, and then we get to the second parameter, so product time 1. So what I see, just let me try to do if we have 2, right? So 2 is not met our base case here. So we run down here. So time -1 gonna be 1, and then the product here will be 1 and time 2. So to return 2, no, so it's not correct one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I choose product and time, product num increment. So choose increment product by 1. Product, choose get the result. Product 1, get 2. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here, I'm doing something wrong. I think I should have num original, and then I'm going to pass num -1. Let me work it out 1 second. Okay, I think my logic should work. Okay, we pass in num. With num each time we're going to -1, and products gonna increment. In gonna multiple times, multiple num. So what we get here, num -1, and then we get 2, 1, and then we run again and again, right? So, okay, here we are. So we check if num is less than or equal to 1. This one we just return product. Okay. And the second one, what we're gonna do, we're gonna return function factorial. And then we pass a number. With each time we're gonna decrement by 1 each time, because we want to get the result after decrements. And then we're going to do product, and we're going to time products. So this one, I think product will be 1. Okay, no, time num. So product time num will be 2, right? And then 2 times 2, let us get like 2 times 2. We should get 4. Okay, let's run here. Okay, so no, oh, 1 second. We get 2. This one should get 2, right? Oh yeah, 2 be fact 2, and fact 2 times 1 is gonna get 2. Okay, yes, it's this way. Okay, how we pass in 3, right? 3 should get 3 times, should get 6. Okay. Okay, so I think another one should work too. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's move on. Okay, factorial, we're not going to watch a video here. Okay, get link. Get links, in this case, I'm going to do 2 examples with arrays and string. Okay, it's kind of like the same, but I want to work on with both. Okay, so let me just go ahead to create another one too here, get link string. Okay, and this one we're gonna name string. Okay, so but let me just comment here first, because we want to deal with the first problem on CSX. Okay, train get length, get the length of an array using recursion without accessing its length property. So it means we cannot do any properties. So let me work it out now with the coding. So we know that we work with recursive one. We want recursive case and base case and recursive case. So I usually going to check the care index. I can name as I it starts from 0 because index is start from 0. And then our base case is going to check if array has no link. This one we're going to return 1. I mean have no property. So we're going to return just I. So we're going to return 0 is out. And then our base case, our recursive case one, what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to do with invoking get link func and pass in what's it gonna pass in here? Gonna pass arrays at index I, right? And then what's it gonna do here? I'm gonna increase I by 1 each time. So let me work this out. Okay, array index I, and then we increment I by 1 each time. So we're gonna check array index I at first. We're gonna get I, right? We index I, so index 0. We're gonna get the first element from the arrays. So let's just go ahead to code it out now. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna check if array dot length. We cannot use length, right? Array dot has own property, and then we pass in I. It means we had not had own property. This one we return I. Okay. So then the second one we're going to return the get length itself, and then we pass in array at index I each time. So then we're going to increment I by 1. Okay, let me just work it out. If arrays, what I want to move is here. Okay, I just move it here, right? Okay, the one we see here, I just pass in array with empty and to return 1 and 0. Okay, that is had on property. So I think I have own property. Okay, that's still not correct one because we want to get 1 equal to 2. Okay, that one. Okay, let me just uncomment here. Okay, that is not correct. We get 1 should get 0. Okay, what is it? Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do here is just increase I by 1 here, right? And then we not going to increment I here. We just pass in index because I is already increased. Okay, read property, and if I had on property, okay, it's kind of already work, right? Line 3 cannot read property on line 3. Okay, what is get link? Okay, why are always problem with get links again? Okay, get links. We have no index. We pass in index, so we should increment I by 1, right? Let's sort it out. It's still not correct. So I think this one should not work too if my code is not working. Okay, that's already turned with only 1. So it looks like we didn't increment I by 1 each time. Okay, let me just work this out. What's gonna do here? Okay, so it's kind of like my work, my code doesn't work. Let me work this out here. Okay, we pass array like I. If array have no I think, okay, I think I should pass already whole array, right? Okay, that's work now. Okay, that. Okay, so I just want to do with the string also. Let me just work this out here. Okay, just get length, but this one I'm going to get string. So what I'm gonna pass is here, I'm gonna get string hello. So this one should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one should return 5. And another one I'm going to do if have string empty. So this should return 0. And another one should have how many is it? Like hello world. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, this one should return 11. So first, I'm going to do is here. I'm going to check string. Kind of I'm going to do kind of like an array. So I'm going to declare index start from 0, and then our base case gonna check if string had no length and then have no AI, what we're going to return, I, right? And then we're going to invoke the get length function with pass in string original and I increment I by 1. Okay, if array have no length, we return here. Let's run here. Okay, what is the correct? Okay, this color not working. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's work 5 0. So what I see here, we choose pass and whole original, and then we check if array has no length. Once we increment I, we're going to increment while we call the function. Okay, so get length and get array, get length from string and get array, kind of like similar. Okay, let me see how long now I'm doing here visually. Okay, so it's highlight how many questions I got so far. 3, right? Okay, move on to the next one. Get link. Okay, pause. Okay, work on with recursive one again. What are gonna move here? Okay. Okay, pause. Write a function that takes two inputs, a base and exponent, and return. Write a function that takes two inputs, a base and an exponent, and return the expected value of base pause. For instance, if your base is 2 and our exponent is 3, so it's going to return 8 because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So what we see here, inputs base number raised up to the exponents base raised up to the exponents inputs, the second input exponents that the base is raised to, right? Exponents is how many times of base gonna raise up to. Output to be number expected value of base raised to exponent. So we already have our function here and base case. And then we're going to do recursive case. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to declare product. We're gonna set it to 0. Then we're going to store the result from invoking function. So with my base case, just go ahead to write the first one. Like, okay, let's say if I have 2 and exponent 2, this one should return 2 times 2 should return 4. And how about if I have 1, right? And then time 2, 1 times 2, 1 times 1, gonna be only 1. And if exponent is 0, we cannot do base is 0. We cannot do anything because 0 is just to read out. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check first if base is less than or equal to 0. We're gonna, okay, I think what I'm gonna check if base, it should be positive, right? Base is 0, we just through return. Okay, I'm just gonna return. Please input varied number. Okay. Okay, and then with the base case here, what's gonna do? I'm going to check if base case always base case will never change. So what base case is gonna be if it's to 1, what's it gonna return? Okay, 1 second. I think the product will return 1. Okay. Okay, 1 time anything is gonna get 1, and then I'm gonna check if base case, another base case. If base case, okay, exponents. Okay, exponents gonna change each time. Okay, 1 second. Let me work this out. Product we get from exponents. Okay. Let me read the problem again. Exponent, for instance, if our base is 2, so exponents it depend on base case time base never change. So exponent choose -1 each time, right? 2 -1. How we gonna get the product? Okay, 2 times 2 times 2 exponent choose change. So exponent choose change. Exponent -2. Oh, okay. I think what I'm going to check is here. Let's second. I think product should not be 0. So product should be 1 at start because we want to do multiple. So if we see the problem is want to do multiple times, so we should set the product should be start from 1. So here we are if base case. So what I'm gonna check here if base case is less than 0 or exponent less than 1. No, I think less than 0 or 0. Yeah, less than or equal because we don't want to count 0. So this one we're going to return positive number only. And then our base case here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check. Okay, if base, I think I should check base case always never change. So I'm gonna check exponent. Exponent is degree to 0. Gonna hit the first one. Okay, I set to 1. Then we return product. So we just return 1, right? And with recursive case, we're gonna invoke pause with and pass in base case with no change, and then exponents we will decrement by 1. And what we're gonna do to increment product should time exponents. Okay, so yeah, I think my code should work. Okay. Okay, so what we gonna do here is okay. Let me go ahead to code right. We check base case. So what's gonna check here? Our base case gonna check if exponents input because we can do something equal to 1. If exponent equal to 1, we return product. Okay. In this case, we're gonna do return base case, no, pause functions, and then we know that base never changes. Then exponents is time going to change. -1 is time exponents gonna be -1. And then the next one we're gonna do with product because we get the product evaluate each time. So first product will time with base. Okay, so let me run code here. Okay, it's not correct once. Okay, so because I pass in 0, so that's why they run this one out. So I'm just go ahead to comment this one and then let me run here again. Okay, it's still not correct. 1 second. So what we get here? 2. Yeah, it's not correct, right? A base return to 1. If base is equal to 1, if base is 2, should return 4. Okay. I think another one is not working too. Okay. I'm stuck now. Let me work this out. Base case, okay, base case. No shapes, exponents. Exponent is time. We get three times. Oh, I think this one should product should time with exponent. Oh, okay. I write my pseudocode here, right? So base case and then product is gets and then, oh my God, it's not correct. What's it gonna do here? 1 second. Okay, I just moved here. Okay. Okay, exponent products. It's already get 24, but it's not correct. Okay, base case and exponent product time. So what I check here, if maybe this one I should check with base, right? Okay, not correct again. So its exponent is equal to 1. I already shared my screen, right? Okay, I think exponent is should decrement by 1, and this one be choose power with base because base is product. And then I think my course is working before. Let me run here. Okay, where is it? Oh, okay, I break it here. Okay, I think check if it's 0 to 1. Okay, I think. Okay, so each time when the increment should be 0, so exponent minus 1 is time. Okay, let me work this out. Okay, we pass in. If we pass in 0, we should return 0. And then we run this out. Oh, okay, this one I'm gonna throw new error. So that's why it's different with return and through new errors because in our base case we want to check. Okay. Okay, P is input positive number. So what I'm gonna do is check less than 0 only. Okay. Okay. So once I check it here, 1 second, who send me message? Okay, no anyone. Okay, I have 15 minutes to let it out. How many problem I can solve today? Okay, base case less than 0. So okay, let me work this out. We have functions, we accept parameter, base, exponent, and we declare the default value set it to 1 with the name of default values is products. And then we check if base is less than 0 or exponent is less than 0 with the true result, okay? And then we check our base case, the next one. If exponent is 0, we just return 1, return the products. And then we come down to line 6. We return the functions it corresponds with the passing base with never change, right? And then we decrement exponents by 1. So each time when the function call, exponent will minus 1 each time. And let's say if we pass in 4, right? What we're going to check here? Okay, base case is not less than 0, exponent is not less than 0, and we not met our base case. And then we come down to line 4, exponent is not equal to 0. So we not met our base case here. And then we come down to line 6. Okay, we invoke the function and pass in base case gonna be 2, right? And then exponent will be 4 minus 1. So that we get 3, right? Okay, and then we pass in product. Product will be 1, and then we get 3. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna get is first, if we log to see the product, I'm going to just console log to see the product. Yeah. Okay, with just this one. Okay, let's see here. Up. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So each time the product with 1, right? 1. And then the second one, we get 2, we get 4, we get 8, and we get 16 because base it get 3, right? 3 exponent. Oh, okay, sorry. This one we should get 2. We choose 2. Okay, so we get 2. We get 2. And then the second term, okay, second term we get base is 4. This one gonna be 3. And then we get 2. And then now product become 2. And then we have base, we're gonna get 4. Okay. And then the next one, base is 2. Exponent is 2. We get 1 here. And then the product already 4. So total time 4, we get 8. And the next one, we have product is 8. Exponent still 1. We not met our base case here. And then we come down to base case. So our base case now 2. And then it's 1. 1 minus 1, we get 0. And then now product will be 8, right? 8 times 2 will be 16. So 8 times 2 will be 16, right? So then 16 will go here, and then we have 16 product exponent 0. So we return base products time base gonna be 24. Okay, 24. And we run code here. Okay, that's good. Work on flow. Okay, flow. Write a function that takes an array of functions and input that will be flip through all those functions. The input number passed to the first function, whose output is passed as input to the second function, whose input is passed as input to the third function, and so on. Use recursion to return the final output from the last function. So we see it here. Let me see how long I have. Okay, 10 minutes. Let me just try to solve it with 10 minutes one. Our input and output, right? Input have 2. Input have input and func array. Okay, so what we're seeing here, just me comment, uncomment all. Okay. Okay, we have input will be number and array will be okay, func array. I think what I'm gonna do here, declare index, set it to just I to 0. So what I see here, base case will be if func array has no link, we're gonna return I just 0. So we have no link, right? That's our base case. And I think our base case, Let me work this out here. Okay, we check, we pass in input to each time. And then we get the result of the each one. So we need to invoke the function is passing input to the function. Okay, recursive. So what I'm gonna call here is an invoke flow and pass in first of all we're going to pass in func, right? And then pass in index, which we're going to pass inputs here. And then we pass in all function original, which I should be increment I by 1. But okay, I think base case should have only 1 until base case is not. Okay, it's equal to length. Okay, that length is equal to 1, and then we return I. No, I think we should return the result too, right? Okay, let me work this out. Base case, if func has no length, we just return. We're going to return input, the result. So I think we have to have result to store, right? Yeah. Result should be 0. No. We have index to check each time. Return result. How to return? Return number is passing. It's return number. It means return input, I think. Okay, had no length. We just return input. Okay, here if, just work it out, if func array had no length, we return input. Then with recursive run, what we gonna do here, we invoke function result. Oh, what happened? Okay, return full function, and then we pass in func. Then what we gonna pass in here, we pass in func. It means we invoke each time, so we pass in input, I mean the result of each time, and then func raise, and then we increment I by 1. Okay, that should work. Func is not function. Func is index I. Func index I is not function. Why say that? Func is function. Index I, and we pass in. Func index I is not okay. So and they have no. Okay. This one I should check if array no index anymore. We return this one. Okay. It's worked now. How long now? I have 3 minutes left. Okay, so func. Let me work this out here. We pass in each term and func have no index. So we just return input each term. Func is called. Okay, I think it's worked. Suffer. Oh, this one is just quite hard one. not done. So just let me stop the problem now. So I have only 3 minutes now. Okay, I think it's worked well. Okay, thank you guys. See you next time. I will try to solve another problem. Bye bye.